Say hello, Jeremy.
I was just thinking you look amazing in blue.
Wow! Blue? Blue is a good color on you, but did you know that this is actually purple?
You telling me I picked out purple hoodies for tonight? I thought they were blue.
No, they're purple. They're like a light purple. Would you say, Jessica, Jenny, they're like a
George.
light purple?
Despite my failure, I think you should know this. I got karma to my left.
Is that why you can't tell the difference between blue and purple?
I got karma to my right.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to our Sunday live stream.
I got karma every day.
And if you're tuning in real time at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, we get to read your comments in the live chat, and you get to hear Jeremy sing.
I got karma every night.
While he wears a blue hoodie.
So when the liars are lying about you because of their jealousy and hate, keep on winning while they're spinning the lies they propagate.
Do you mind if I get the fuzzy off your mic?
Oh, please.
You got this fuzzy on your
there
mic.
You go.
It needs to go.
You're all set.
You're not welcome, dear. All right, take it away, Jeremy.
I don't know if I know this song. You?
I think I've heard it.
I got karma to my left. I got karma to my right. I got karma every day, and I got karma every night. When the liars are lying about you because of their jealousy and hate, keep on winning while they're spinning the lies they propagate.
The echo is from this mic.
So here's one for the trolls who went to jail, and one for the crooks who are out on bail, and one for the fans of What the Hales who love to see fools fail. I got karma to my right, and I got karma to my left, I got karma to my right. I got karma every day, and I got karma every night. When the lies are lying about you because of their jealousy and hate, keep on winning while they're spinning the lies they propagate. Here's one for the stalkers that took their markers and put the signs around the town. Oh, wait. MLS, making libel simple. He actually posted on the Walrus's chat that he saw a picture of me putting those in. And he was also subpoenaed this week. Oh, after trying to dodge. Yep, but the sheriff called him and said,
You need to surrender.
And one for the deuce that the judge of truth last turns him down. I got karma to my left, I got karma to my right. I got karma every day, and I got karma every night. When the lies lying about you because of their jealousy and hate, keep on winning while they're spinning the lies they propagate. All right, everybody with me now. You ready?
Do a lot of that.
George, take the microphone. You got this.
Okay.
We want to hear you. Come on, take that microphone. You ready?
Thank you, Iowa gal.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
I got karma to my left. I got karma to my right. I got karma every day, and I got karma every night. When the liars lying about you because of their jealousy and hate, keep on winning while they're spinning the lies they propagate.
They stew in it.
So here's one for the trolls who went to jail. Boy, there's a lot on that side over there, isn't there? My goodness.
How
many?
Thank you, Teresa.
Tons of felons, tons of arrests.
Tons of rugs.
One for the crooks who are out on bail. And one for the fans of What the Hales who love to see fools fail.
Give it up for Jeremy. Ooh, Marcus has been a member for 23 months.
Whoa, we've been doing memberships for 23 months?
No, longer than that.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Longer than that.
Man, I know we're going to auction off these super cool hoodies that I put out because of the blue color.
Show them the backside.
You making me twerk already?
No, not the twerk. The back of the hoodie.
Oh.
There he is.
I thought you said the twerking is free.
The vintage dust is free. The twerking is extra.
You know I'm white. I don't know how to twerk. Okay. Wow. We're giving away some money tonight.
We are.
Right?
We're giving away $100.
Really?
And we're giving away $100 in Zift. If you like Z gift cards, it's the gift for zillions of places. You can literally spend this at so many different places. I'll give you an example of some of the places. Lowe's. Everybody loves to shop at Lowe's. Panera, Applebee's, Subway.
I might be the one that needs to win this tonight.
Amazon, Jamba, Macy's, a Children's Place, saying. Chuck E. Cheese, DSW, Michael's, Southwest Airlines, Kirkland's Home, Chewy. I know a lot of you guys shop at Chewy.
I have major problems. I won't spend money on myself. And yet,
actually, I did purchase some new shoes for Jeremy. Bath and Body Works, Foot Locker, AMC Theaters,
Side note,
Bonefish Grill, Domino's, and Chili's.
I did tell her, I went, listen, my shoes are falling apart and the soles are becoming shovels in the sand and kicking it up in my eyes. Can you go buy me a pair of shoes with my own money? So yes, she did.
So I placed an order.
So for the first time ever, I am buying clothes for myself. This is interesting. Maybe for the first time, I'm not sure.
I think the challenge is putting in the work and searching for it and then hitting submit, but it's not as much of a challenge if you have someone else do it for you, I think.
Well, I did tell you, just look at my eBay purchases, because the last pair that is falling apart was from eBay as well.
This is true, but Florida's different. The sand will ruin everything.
Yeah, well,
everything.
Is the camera off center or are we off center again?
I don't think so.
I think the camera. Well,
probably the camera. Maybe
we were messing around a lot with camera and laptops. Yes. We got a lot to go over tonight.
We do. Well, where do we start? I just rattled off a few places that you can spend this gift card in that we are giving away during our auction. If you haven't downloaded Whatnot yet, I have pinned the invite link in the live chat.
Teresa, not a lunatic, just sent $2 for me. How much did my shoes cost?
Fund. I don't know.
Like $60?
No,
Teresa,
more than 60.
Not a lunatic. Thank you. I do have some shoe issues, and frankly, I mean, we also give you the clothes off of our back as well, so we have no problem doing that. While we are at $272,000 in legal fees right now between Ohio and Florida, George was still kind enough to take my credit card and purchase a pair of shoes for me on eBay. So, thank you, George.
I don't think I had a choice. No,
not really. I was like, I really need shoes. Can you go buy these? And you were like, yeah, give me your card. So maybe our neighbors. Well, we got here in Otter Creek. Very first thing that happened in Otter Creek when we first got here is we were sold property illegally. And the reason why it was sold illegally is because it was sold with known encroachments.
Yes.
And I have hours and hours of Tina saying horrific things about the residents of Otter Creek. I think it's funny that people think that I say horrible things about people of Otter Creek. I didn't even share what Tina has said, but I did share this week.
You did get to share as of yesterday. So if they've watched yesterday's video.
Oh, I shared very little of the hours of footage that we have of her and what she thinks about these people and what she said behind their back. She is a twisted, two-faced, horrible human being is what it comes down to. And one of the things I have on video is her whole family hates her as well. She literally says, I'm the black sheep. They all hate me. But they're the ones out of the 7 kids, out of the 8, 1 passed away. They're the ones. You want to share what happened to the 8th one and Tina's lie to the family about the 8th one, which is all on camera as well? Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you watched yesterday's video, she mentions how one of her siblings who died of a recluse spider, they had funeral services for him back by Otter Creek, back by where we filmed where Allie is, the second pond. We call it the second pond.
Thank you, Nadine.
Come to find out, the niece, literally the week that we got the keys to the ranch, the niece just kind of walks right in. She barges in. We had it dummy locked, and she just helped herself and came right in. Said that she wasn't aware that her aunt had put the property up for sale and that it sold, and that she wanted to say her final goodbyes to her father because they spread his ashes back by the creek. And so, we said, sure, go ahead. We didn't even know that ashes were spread back there.
Come to find out, the niece was lied to. The ashes were never spread back there. They were tossed in the garbage.
Tina told us that she lied to the niece and she never spread his ashes back there.
The niece was filing lawsuit against Tina. Well, at least that's what she told us. Thank you, Susan. Listen, we have hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of video footage of things that have happened to us in Otter Creek that we have never released. We haven't filmed for the aspect of people out there going, it's for YouTube. Now, the people that only get views because they're filming us, which I find, I was just showing George, is so funny that somebody just said, Jeremy Hale's lawsuit desperately attempts to silence people, except they only have 4 views and it's been up for an hour. Apparently, I don't have to work very hard at silencing people that don't know how to get views because nobody cares about them. I don't have to work at silencing people whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I've given years, and now we're at 5 years of them to just stop doing what they've been doing to us. And there is no putting a stop to these ignorant, bigot fools.
Well, that's what makes these people so dangerous, is because
they're so dumb.
They're so dumb and think they're above the law, and therefore it puts our safety at risk every day.
So we have way more stuff that we could actually share, but I think that'll suffice for this point in time, and we are going to court. Maybe Deuce will give Brian and Tina some free legal advice, like he did Stupid Dump and many others that are now finding themselves in a.
I'm sure he already has, and that's how Brian ended up trespassing on your property.
More illegal activity on Deuce's part. Wait, you know what Deuce really should do? He should probably give some advice to his wife about that Adam's apple. That's what I really think. The advice would really go well there. That Adam's apple almost sticks out as much as Deuce's nose. Yeah, so I don't know what his wife looks like, nor do I care. Robert, thank you so much. You want to see real quick? I saw one online.
No thanks. Well, if she's as repulsive as he is, no thanks.
Well, she is. There's
seeing
no doubt.
his face is enough.
Yeah. How can you see his face past his nose?
Because all you see is nose.
You're like, oh!
Because you can nose, or you can nose.
Yeah, you can nose. You can definitely. Gina, security, thank you so much. See, Gina says she loves the blue hoodies. Thank you, Gina. Thank you. That's why she's security. Jeremy. That's why she's security. So here's what I find the most interesting. Okay, I share this in yesterday's video that Brian and Tina have started all of this stuff. Respectfully went to them. So, by the way, there is some confusion out there. Can you get a survey on property you don't own? And the answer may actually shock you. Thank you, Helen. We appreciate it for all the prayers and the $2. And so the legal answer is yes. I could order a survey right now and do the survey on Brian and Tina's property. And legally, they cannot stop the surveying company. It is illegal to stop or interfere with any surveying company. And you can purchase a survey on anybody's property in the United States. Anybody's property. Now, the question is, why would you? If you don't own it, if you're not selling it, that would be a complete and total waste of money, which is the situation that we got into when we purchased the ranch, which if you go back to the videos, you can see all of that. Tina refused a survey over and over and over. We requested in the purchasing there must be a survey, and they refused it over. We kept being told the family refused it. It had nothing to do with the kids. It had everything to do with Tina, which is why we kept telling them, stop doing this to us or we're going to court. You sold us property illegally with known encroachments, which you can see the video evidence, and you're going to see in the text message on Facebook from Brian admitting the encroachments. Now, what has happened, they have now incriminated 6 other siblings who had no idea what was going on. Now, and Tina, I have it on video, and I probably am going to show it in court with the siblings there, that she says they all hate her. She's the black sheep. They want nothing to do with her. So you've already seen that they sold us the property illegally. You got that already. And then let's just go over this one more time. So you've got Brian, after he creates more problems for us, after I purchased the church lot, and then I tell him, hey, there's an issue. The actual survey is halfway into your 1 acre. In other words, you only own half an acre. And he just goes ballistic because he's a runk. He is a runk. As a matter of fact, wait, hold a second. Isn't this, you didn't upload this, did you?
That was part of yesterday's.
Oh, yeah. I don't drink. By the way, that's a public post from Tina from how many months ago? Couple months ago, handful of months ago. All right, so you got an individual who's always in a runken rage and is always.
You heard him slurring in yesterday's video. If you watched yesterday's video,
cannot speak a single full sentence. Wait, hold a second. That reminds me of Deuce and the Walrus. Huh? None of them can.
I mean, sometimes words are hard for me too.
Okay.
For me too.
All right. So after he blows up, and then I tell him, listen, we can go to court. I'm going to take your half acre. As he blows up on me yet again, after I come to him respectfully, he then, I'm sure, at the prompting of Tina, sends me this entire message, which I read yesterday, which will be a part of the court hearings. So he's under her
control, because both times he's messaged you, it sounds like she would write.
So January 29th, 2023, this is after I purchased the church property, and he knows it's halfway into his property in the legal description in the survey. Hey, Jeremy, it's Brian Haley. Since I learned that you bought the property and there's a dispute about the property lines. Now, let's just pause right there. How long did I let that property sit thinking somebody else was going to buy it? That they would buy it?
Months.
Nobody touched it. Nobody. Now, the owner did share with us he would never sell to Brian or Tina anyway, because they were growing dandelions, the devil's lettuce over on his property.
And there was a trail that led from
right to their
house.
To
their house.
So he goes on to say, I did some measuring. Now, catch this. So you've got Head Walrus lying, saying there was a survey. You've got Lynette in the chat saying there was never a survey. And so you've got Head Walrus, Lisa Repulsive, saying there's a survey. There was never a survey. You've got this from Brian's own mouth right here. And so I did some measuring and everything checked out good on my south end. Now, south end is between their acre and the church property.
So when he does measuring, where is he getting his measurements from?
Oh, probably crook.
Is he just
on the
winging
road.
it?
Probably crook on the road with his leg wrapped up to his crotch. That'd be my guess.
So you think he took a tape measure and was dragging it while he was on a walker? On a walker,
definitely. I did some measuring and everything checked out good on my south end. That is along the church lot, according to my measurements. I found out that my lot is a lot closer to the road on the south end than I thought. In other words, less land, which makes a whole lot of crooked for the road. With that being said, according to my measurements, my 210 foot by 210 foot does not go all the way to the back fence. No kidding. I did not put that fence up. I never had a survey done, and I thought I bought a 210 by a 210 fenced in lot. According to my measurements, the majority of the back fence is yours. Yeah, no kidding. I already know that. I had a survey done. And I have some junk along the back fence that may be encroaching on your property. You think? Is there anybody around here that doesn't have junk everywhere? Okay, let's see. I will remove anything that I think may be on your property. You think that's happened yet? No. Okay. I've been meaning to make a dump run anyway. By the way, that's free here, which we don't go to the dump anymore. We pay like $300 to $400 a month for garbage services here. We just went and got a dumpster. Right.
But in the summer, DNI did go to the dumpster.
Yes, you did. Yeah, because we put that on vacation mode because I wasn't buying as many units. I've heard from some people that you may have accused me of growing the devil's lettuce on the church lot and being a runk. Accused? No. Now, shared, what was shared with me by the previous owner of the lot, absolutely. And he could come to court as well. And you being a runk, I have video of you runk. So not exactly an accused. It's an absolute. It is true. So let's keep going. Now, here's the best part. Here's the best part. Here's the best part. One second. Okay. All right, Randy, just got your text. I'm reading it, and I see you're watching live. I got you. Don't worry, we're good. Okay. And so Randy's watching right now. And no, he's not telling me to shut up. He's actually saying we can do this and we can do this as well. He's giving more. He's giving more of what we can do because of what they've done to us. But we're not going to get into that right now. This really upsets me because I don't grow or smoke and I don't get runk. That's weird. Your own wife is posting photos of you, with strong drink. Okay,
and somebody's obviously hitting.
Yeah, who's over there hitting it? Must be Tina.
Maybe it is her. If he's saying he doesn't do it, then it must be her. The only other person would be the grandson. Is he doing it behind their backs?
My wife and I have good jobs. By the way, his wife, Tina, worked here at the Lark and was dismissed. And we know all the allegations that were made and why she was dismissed because the previous executive director shared with us. And so you can figure it out really quick. If you're working with those who have challenges and you get frustrated because you think you're always in control and you think every piece of property is yours and you can do whatever you want on other people's property and you can make people do what you want, things get a little physical, don't they? And now last I've seen, she's working with another mentally challenged individual. She was in Walmart in line checking out. And the very first thing I thought was, no, don't let happen to this person what happened over here at the Lark with Tina. So let's keep going on. It just keeps going on. All right, the sun. You know what? I would appreciate if you would leave this conversation private. I'm not a big fan of social media. Yeah, that's funny because you're giving camera footage, which is third-party contact and harassment to people on social media who literally have no credibility whatsoever, or who are now in a federal court case, and now he's part of it as well. That's real smart on his part. That sounds like a person that wants peace. By the way, everybody in Otter Creek wants peace when they wage war with somebody they know they can't win with. These people have all started something with me. And then when they know they're going to lose, then they beg and cry out for peace. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? So they start stuff. Rumi, thank you so much. Hippie Witch, thank you so much. I'll be removing anything that is encroaching on your property. By the way, it still hasn't happened. I have never purposely tried to encroach on anyone's property. Thank you for your time. Hopefully we can resolve these issues out, problems and false accusations. It's not false. It's 100% true. And I've got people that will actually go in court and state as such and share as such. And the evidence is there. My wife and I just want to live in our little house on our little lot peacefully. That's funny. Everybody wants peace when they start a war and they know they can't win it. Isn't that interesting? You know what? That's the same as these fools that had all of this merch up on YouTube on their struggling, failing channels. They had all this merch up there, all about us. Now they're in court. Guess what happened to all this merch, all about us?
Did they dirty delete?
Dirty deleted. It's all gone, George.
Why are we not surprised?
All gone, as if we don't have screenshots of it all. As a matter of fact, somebody just went live for over 5 hours. This is the funniest part ever.
Thank you, Jane.
So somebody just went live for 5 hours. And at the end of that live, what does that person do? This is the funniest thing ever. The video has been removed. After 5 hours, the video has been removed by the uploader. I know you were going to put all these in. As if we did not screen record the entire 5+ hours and don't have it for court. I know we actually have something to share. So as if we don't have the entire 5 hours screen recorded already while it's happening. I mean, how dumb can you be? Seriously, how dumb? Oh, I got myself in trouble. I said this, and this. Now I'm in trouble and now I'm going to delete it from the platform. Yeah, it's going to be in court. I mean, how dumb can these people be? Deleting merch from their merch shelf on their struggling YouTube channels. Trying to say that I'm silencing people when they can't even get any views. Obviously, I don't have to silence anybody when nobody's listening to them in the first place. deleting 5-hour live streams when we already have it in the actual now while it's happening. Like, how dumb can these people
silencing people from defaming you?
You know what? Did you hear? I just heard this. I heard it. And, Deuce actually was on the Walruses and literally said republication of defamation means you're still guilty. So if you say, I heard from, he literally just told the Walruses they're guilty. He just told Pile Iguano he's guilty. He just told Bone Crusher he's guilty. He just told Stupid Dumb he's guilty. Lynette guilty. He literally tells it, but I heard.
Don't forget, during the deposition when he was deposing you, when you said, I believe that your clients are guilty, and he goes, I'll give you that.
Yeah, and he agreed.
I'll give you that.
Did you hear that he used to be a newspaper reporter as well?
No.
Oh, apparently he was in the music industry and everything.
No, he wasn't.
George, all I can tell you,
I don't believe that.
He has failed at everything in life. Literally failed at everything in life.
I don't believe that for one bit.
What's he think? He's Clark Kent now?
Because he's had someone come out and write an article about him that makes him a reporter or whatever it is.
He's a mandatory reporter. I even told him that in the deposition. He's a mandatory reporter. Why hasn't he reported what's happening to that child on that property?
Well, if the man lives in a dump, you think he's going to care that his clients live in a dump?
I would hope that somebody would care that what's going on.
He
with that
obviously
child.
doesn't care.
Yeah, I would hope that that somebody would care for.
Remember, he's only doing this to build his profile, his portfolio.
I'm pretty sure his profile is like this.
His portfolio.
I don't think it needs built. And his profile is like this. I don't think it needs built anymore. If anything, you probably want to shave that off a little bit.
He's only doing this to build his portfolio, period. He doesn't care about his clients, doesn't care about the child. It's all about him. He only cares about himself.
Interesting. Huh. So he's a scammer scamming more scammers for the biggest scam they've ever been involved in. Potentially. All right. Well, there we go. So there we have it. Oh, and the world. No. I'm sorry. The planet wants to know, did Deuce ever turn in discovery?
Oh, that's right. He had a deadline.
Yeah, he did.
The deadline was Thursday? Was it this past Thursday?
Well, before we answer that question, we only have time for one piece of mail, George. One piece of mail. Okay. I'm going to grab it. We only got time for one piece of mail, and we're going to answer that question.
Well, why don't you open it? Because I believe it's for you.
Okay, we're only doing one piece of mail tonight. This is from from Colorado. How do you
Shalom?
Shalom. Wait, is that a Jewish name? Because you know what they're saying about me, right? You know what they're saying about me. Oh my goodness. And saw this at King Super Wild Grocery Shop. Oh, it's Kathy.
What is it?
It's from Kathy.
Let's
find out. Kathy, I just want you to know that I love you. All right, let's find out what it is. No! No way. Mega Hot Wheels.
On a blue toilet.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Oh, my goodness. We need these for whatnot. Kathy, you are a genius. Holy cow.
That's so funny.
We had to show this tonight. Kathy, you are hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Oh, my goodness. So, who wants to know, did Deuce actually provide discovery on the timeline? Go ahead. We won't do ones and twos. Let's do yes.
Yes or no?
Or poop. Yes or poop. Yes.
Is poop
or poop
supposed to be no?
No. Do it. It's for the.
Well,
for the
if you
toilet.
no, put your answers in the live chat.
If you no that he no, then let us know. Okay. All right.
Okay. So when was the deadline again for him to turn in discovery?
I don't remember. I don't even know what the day is. I only know it's Sunday because we're live.
Okay,
because we work so much.
Today is the 9th, 3/9.
Okay. All right.
Or am I confusing Thursday for her deposition? Because Lynette was supposed to be deposed for another case, not the federal case.
So Lynette, and remember, I actually released that information stating that she was going to be deposed. And then the head walrus, repulse.
the repulsives.
Lied to everybody and said she's not being deposed. Oh, but then hold a second.
So she was
She's
scheduled to be deposed.
So she couldn't be deposed because Randy and Doreen are both very, very ill with the flu. Very ill.
It is flu season and it is going around.
And so it has been rescheduled, and then she's got another deposition for the federal case that's been scheduled. Okay. And we had to reschedule that one as well because I'll be in Ohio. I'll be teaching at auctioneer school again. And we'll be doing a special whatnot auction during auctioneer school. We're going to have a ton of fun. It's going to be
Are you doing another pop-up like you did?
We are doing another pop-up, and we're going to do it on St. Patrick's Day. So it's going to be so much fun.
Are you going to be auctioning off all green items?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you if you kiss me since I'm Irish.
Oh, okay. But you're only 12% Irish. So.
Okay, just give me 12% of a kiss. Right here. Right here. Right here. Maybe, plant it right on there.
Maybe later.
Oh, wait. What about this side? This side? No?
Maybe later.
Yeah, we like to give the haters a little something to talk about. So. Oh, they want the box read? Okay.
It's hilarious.
I don't, what's the box say? I can't read all that. I can barely
Just
see.
read the front. I'll read the front.
Okay, you read. No way! Look at the front. It says Deuces Wild. No! Nuh-uh!
It's the Mega Hot Wheels.
No way.
That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
The dude with the plunger. Did you know he's holding a plunger?
Oh,
do you see him holding a plunger and a helmet? He's wearing a hard hat.
Kathy, you are my new favorite person. Holy, we need these.
$1 million idea.
We need
right
those
here.
for whatnot.
And it's called
Deuces Wild.
Final Flush. The final flush.
Final flush.
The final flush. That's hilarious. And look at him proud with his plunger.
Wow.
Plunger action right there.
Wow.
But does a plunger work for 5-gallon buckets? Handmade 5-gallon buckets.
Maybe you need a handmade plunger for that.
That's attached to a laundry detergent bottle.
Maybe you could stick that right in the bucket. You know, Crook loves sticking things in people's backsides. So
oh my gosh, he's obsessed with people's backsides. Yeah. To the point where he's spreading rumors and lies that my cancer is back in my backside. Like out of all the places.
That's okay. Palo Guano is trying to spread rumors and lies. He's talking to your family that you don't have cancer. And the funniest part is he's releasing things that literally makes him look like the trashiest person ever, hitting on another individual while he's in who knows what relationship it is this time that he's cheated on and lost. And it goes on and on and on, which we're going to get into some of that as well.
By the way, we have filmed my cancer journey. It's on the channel. So for those of you who have followed for a long time and you've followed my cancer journey, I have been diagnosed with cancer twice.
Wait.
And I've had a cancer scare recently.
Whoa. You know, there are people covering this story who don't even know who you are. Obviously not covering the story very well, are they?
Well, that just
screams failure, just like Deuce.
It confirms
failure.
That they're willing to do anything and say anything for $10,000.
Oh, so thug money. Oh, well, that's being investigated. So, what's your name again? Who are you? Wait, what?
Oh my God.
Who's George?
Who's George? I don't know
who George
is. So I haven't seen his Vomit's post, but I've heard about it.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I've heard about it from watching Megan Fox.
Yeah, so we know from Megan and Tug, and it's my goodness, we were cracking up.
Tug is like the two main key players.
How can you not know who the two key people are? Like, my goodness, that's a bit of stupidity right there.
It's also very concerning for those of you who are giving him money and this guy doesn't even know who.
Yeah, how dumb are you for giving people money? How dumb!
And didn't even take
the time. If
you're
a fool that's giving these fools money, who are incriminating Lynette and Crook and others who are in federal cases and themselves. How dumb are you when you find out that they don't even know who the key players are?
Yeah.
The key players.
I bet you guys
the two individuals that have civil protection orders. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So did Deuce actually turn in discovery? And the answer is denied. I mean, no.
Was the answer poop? Wasn't the answer poop? You had people put poop.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
poop.
chat?
It's poop.
Okay.
It's actually
Deuce is wild.
instead of turning over discovery, which sanctions will be filed for that. Instead of turning over discovery,
he filed another
4
ridiculous
pages
motion
of whining and crying, and my goodness.
What's the jury gonna think when they find out that the defendant's attorney refused to turn in discovery? Not even one item was turned in of the list.
Pretty sure they're gonna go.
Like if he believes his clients are innocent, why not turn over at least a portion of discovery?
You want to know what's even funnier? That the fools over in the villages, these freaks, are literally stating they're gonna all get drug tested. Well, we don't need that. We already know they've been found guilty and guilty and guilty. This is the funniest part. We got a walrus.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Who's getting drug tested?
Well, the walrus. She's
Lisa?
Yeah, but he can't even show up for a deposition. What makes anybody think he's going to show up to get drug tested?
But Lisa also said she couldn't wait to be deposed, and then hid from being served.
Going to destroy everybody in the deposition. Going to wear this. Going to do that.
Felisa does a lot of this. So when it comes to getting drug tested, they're going to come up with an excuse not to. But if they do come through with it and do the drug test, you have to use your own urine.
Yeah.
Your own urine.
This is Deuce.
Can't be using other people's or that synthetic stuff you can buy.
Oh yeah. This is paint chips. Oh man. The whole crew right there. Congratulations. You fools out there are funding, and I'm not talking about the lovers of What the Hales. I'm talking about those who love to hate What the Hales. You are funding known drug addicts. Congratulations, you fools.
And it's in police reports. It's in police reports that they dabble in it.
Gonna get drug tested, but won't even show up for my deposition when I tell everybody I can't wait to destroy them. Oh, by the way, yeah, there's going to be contempt of court. There's going to be sanctions, and she's in a federal suit now, and she absolutely will be there. So,
well, this is the same person who got a brand new phone.
Oh yeah,
to delete evidence, right?
Yeah, they all got new electronics. The whole deal.
Interesting, right? What's the jury going to think when they found out that all of them got new devices?
Well, I'm not a jury member, but I know what I think already. So
it's going to scream guilty.
If
I'm not a lawyer, but that screams guilty.
Well, let's face it, neither is Deuce.
And I'm sure the jury is going to think that, and again, I'm not a lawyer, when they find out that he refused to turn in discovery, that seems guilty.
Seems guilty or screams?
It screams.
Guilty.
It oozes guilt.
Yeah, that's a major issue right there. Major issue right there. So we've got another issue coming up here too.
That Deuce is going to withdraw his counsel. Because that's what's being talked about as well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, well, you think he got himself into something?
So not only did the Ohio attorney quit, now he's going to.
You think he got himself involved in something that now he regrets?
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be a lot more regrets.
A lot of people thought that from
going to be
day one.
A whole lot more regrets coming. Which Laura Mott has. We all know who Laura Mott is in Otter Creek, right? So Laura Mott, who is a current council member on the town council and the only member that will carry over her term.
Right. Because she had the 2-year seat.
Laura Mott has been quoted as stating, the last thing we want on this town council is Lynette. And isn't that interesting that Lynette somehow thinks she's going to get voted in? Not only that, she has also publicly stated that if she gets voted in, it's her job. She can be there, which is 100% incorrect. The civil protection orders are very, very clear. No matter what, any public, any private place where we're at, she cannot be. Now, can she get voted in? Yeah, she can get voted in. She can't be there.
The likelihood of
no matter what
getting enough votes. No.
She already didn't get enough votes because the people here in Otter Creek saw how crazy she was online with these stupid pages. And they're continuing to see what's going to happen. And I'm sure that the people of Otter Creek understand you get these fools back into a position of power in Otter Creek, which isn't even power. That's the funniest thing. It's a town of less than 100 people. What do they control? Water? That's power?
I bet the people of Otter Creek would vote for Dawn before they would ever vote for Lynette.
Well, we know they won't be voting for Brian and Tina. As a matter of fact, I have her on video talking about that as well. I'm talking hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of stuff. Skipper of Veteran Nation says, any Ohio case updates? Very soon. I'm going to Ohio this weekend. So very, very soon. And so just so everybody is aware, with the Ohio, there is more Ohio cases coming for contempt of court and extension of the civil protection orders and firearms taken away as well. And third-party contact between the Repulsi and Brian and Tina, and the list goes on and on. And I mean, it's just so huge right now. What I will share with you is my Florida legal team is working with the Ohio legal team, number one, to deal with what Deuce has done illegally, but number two, to deal with Lynette and Crook have done illegally. So they are working hand in hand together now. So that's the update that I feel comfortable sharing with you right now. But
is this part of the Ohio?
Oh, you want to show that right now? All right, go ahead. So okay. Recall, we called out the Levy County Sheriff, George did, because Lynette broke the civil protection order again and communicated with George while she was on our own property. And then Lynette is so foolish, she puts her own video out, and Shara has released it. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at it.
So if you guys remember, we had shared that she had violated the civil protection order again by rolling down her window and saying "so afraid." And I was at Tubetown with Deanna. Deanna and I went to Tubetown to deliver equipment to Travis because he was there, and we were all standing behind the fence of Tubetown. And so you see her side of the video. We've shared my video, which was included with the police report. Now you get to see her video, which she intentionally rolls down her window, like I said, and says "so afraid."
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate the super chat. And for all the others sending super chats as well, we appreciate it. Now, remember, this is Lynette. And remember, previously, she was found guilty based on her own video that she had to get into the court, which, of course, we said absolutely so submitted as evidence because she's guilty and she proves it. And now she's proving she's guilty yet again.
So this is her video that she has shared with Shara. And Shara is the investigative and journalist that she brought on board to cover her story and be her voice. So if you notice the ducks on the dashboard of her Jeep Gladiator, and you see the trash fence when it was all sheet metal. All right, let's play it.
Coming out of her drive.
She's right there. She's so afraid.
Watch this. Intentionally rolls down her window.
So afraid that she's right there.
Look at
terrified.
That. Yep. So did you see me standing on the road? Did you guys see me anywhere near the road? We're all three of us, myself, Deanna, and Travis, we were all behind the gate of Tubetown.
Intentionally rolls down her window. Intentionally makes verbal contact and lies to the Levy County Sheriff as if they haven't had that over and over again, stating that she was talking to somebody else.
To a passenger. Did you see anyone sitting in the passenger seat?
Why do you roll down the window? Oh my goodness, this woman is so guilty. So guilty.
Had she not rolled down her window and just kept driving, I wouldn't have had to call Levy County Sheriff. I wouldn't have known she was even saying anything. It
was the contact.
But the fact that she rolled down her window and projected her voice onto Tubetown, she projected her voice onto your property where Tubetown is. Remember when she called Levy County and said, "You're violating the CPO because you're projecting your voice onto her property."
His voice over here.
She projected her voice onto your property where Tubetown is.
Remember when she called the deputies out and said that I had cameras over 10 feet tall and it was illegal. And then she flicks the deputy off. Oh, remember when she said she stopped cussing? Remember when every day I'm growing so much closer to God? Now, I'm not mocking a relationship with God. I'm mocking somebody who claims to have a relationship with God and definitely, evidently shares every single day that she doesn't. It's so great. Every day I'm so much. She surrounded herself with self-proclaiming witches and warlocks. She lies constantly. Here's the
self-proclaimed females too.
Well, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, George. I sometimes forget these things. But probably identify as walruses. So,
or fleas.
Yeah, or fleas or lice, So you have her constantly pathologically lying. Constant. And yet here's another one where she lies in the report. She flicks off the deputy on her property when he won't agree to the statutes that the walrus gave her. Well, here's an idea.
She wasn't able to provide the statute. He kept asking, can you show me? Can you show me? Prove to me what statute. And she's like, oh, I don't know. She had to make a phone call. She phoned a friend.
Did you know that Siri is now part of her legal team? Siri is part of this legal team. Actually, Siri is probably the best part of this legal team because everybody else has actually further incriminated.
So I do remember her saying something about voyeurism, but little did she not know that Judge Grudge defended a buddy of his who was found guilty of voyeurism and was filming a woman in a tanning booth. Did she forget about that?
Tanning booth, that is an expectation of privacy. Huh, Interesting. But she claims she can be at town hall because now it's her job. No, she cannot. Now, if the people were to vote her in, which is such a ridiculous
very
slim chance. She didn't have enough to make it last time because people got so sick and tired of her insanity online. Now consider what they're thinking now with their more exposed insanity. And not only that, the liability she will place this town in. And there will be lawsuits. And so you can guarantee that there will be lawsuits. If something illegal happens in this town, the townspeople are sick and tired of it. And so she's telling people, I can be there. No, she can't. She can. If we are there, she cannot be there. She can go and log in from Zoom. She can't have any communication when we're in the crowd.
Right. And if the child needs to be watched 24/7, why not do it from Zoom? If which is a very small chance, she does make it on the board. You.
But wait, hold a second. I thought,
is she going to show up at 4:30 once a month?
I thought she could never even do it anyway because your child has a life threatening. But this now,
is true. And she could bring home viruses from the people around at the meeting.
You mean everybody at the Chiefland flea market?
Those people too.
By the way, if you haven't seen the new Chiefland flea market video from Saturday, the owner of the flea market passes her booth and she goes, oh, she's we're going to skip this one. She's parenting. That's code for she's screaming and yelling at the child. So she wouldn't go in and record because Lynette is screaming at the child again. That's
when is she not screaming
happened.
at the child?
Now, there's also somebody locally who's been there and stated that Crook smelled horrifically of alcohol again.
Well, and he smells horrible because he doesn't shower. Well, like I've said that before.
You got that too. And that person has publicly posted online what they witnessed, and I believe their witness, and they're willing to give testimony to it. So I appreciate them there. So other people want to know if Lynette gets on town council, which she's telling everybody she can be there. No, she can't be there. And
what confuses me is if she doesn't want to be recorded or on film, why would she
go to a place where everybody's there with cameras?
Right. There's going to be at least one other YouTuber there.
Oh, interesting.
Filming. So why is it all of a sudden okay?
Well, why is all of a sudden she okay that she is a public figure? Now she's admitting she's a public figure. I mean, laws have already been passed. The Senate has already come out with the whole aspect that you run, you're a public figure. It's a done deal. Not to mention she begs and pleads any media that she can get any coverage, and all over Facebook, fundraiser after fundraiser after failed. But so that's going to be a little bit of an issue for her, isn't it? And I think what people really want to know is the porta potty coming over with her if she has to use the bathroom. I mean, is the porta potty coming from turd purgatory to town council if she has to excuse herself for the bathroom?
Well, there is plumbing and a running toilet there at Town Hall.
Oh, well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay.
But I would think that she would get. I would think she would at least get one vote because she's allowed to vote for herself. And
that is true.
But that's not enough. That's not enough to get on the board.
Well, I don't think there's any way that'll ever happen, especially with Laura Mott already telling everybody that's the worst thing that could ever happen to this town.
Yeah.
And Laura is not a healthy thing for this town. And Laura's even telling everybody.
But if I were to pick,
I
were to pick between Laura and Lynette,
I would go with Laura.
I would vote
hands
for
down.
Laura.
Laura's
not mentally unhinged like Lynette is.
Yeah. I would. If you had to pick between those two, you put Laura on for sure over Lynette. Like that's a hands down. So is the porta potty still on third purgatory? Well, those security sheets. If you haven't, you know what? We're going to start a new company. It's going to be Security Sheets. Otter Creek Security Sheet. That's what we're going to start. We're business ventures. That's what we do. We're entrepreneurs. I'm sure Security Sheets coming to a neighbor near you. Yes, the porta potty is still there. So as I mentioned before, you've got Lisa Repulsi, who is very repulsive. Lies and lies and lies. That's why these two get so well together.
Hold on a second. I believe her first name is pronounced Fleesa.
Oh, you're correct.
You keep mispronouncing
I think
it.
you just mispronounced her pronoun. You called her instead of him.
Oh, that's right. My bad. My bad.
George, it's 2025. We got to go with the preferred pronouns. Okay. They, them, he, her, him, whatever. So I can't stress this enough. If they lie about the small things, they're going to lie to you about the big things, like $56,000. So they lied to you and saying, oh, that porta potty is just there for a Christmas event. No, it's March.
Christmas was how many months ago?
The porta potty is still there. So let me be very clear.
So are you saying like DCF is finally doing something?
Well, my greatest hypothesis is that porta potty is there part of the DCF case for an ongoing case. Okay. Cases don't get closed. There's usually things that have to happen before they get closed. Now, here's the incredible part. It's illegal. So you cannot have a porta potty on residential property for so much time. Now, is anybody going to do anything about it in Otter Creek?
No.
Levy County? State of Florida? No. But it's illegal. And so it is there. It is illegal. And what does Lynette do to the cops when they come on the property and she doesn't get her way?
Behind the sheets?
She flicks them off. There's your
kind of
minister.
like how she flicked us both off.
There's your minister. There's your minister who claims she's done cussing. She's getting closer to God every day. Now, I want to take a serious moment and not be sarcastic. The greatest thing for any of these individuals, whether it's Lynette, whether it's Crook, whether it's Deuce, whether it's Paint Chips, whether it's Asbestos Boy, whether it's Boneless, whether it's Stupid Dump, Marla Huge, any of these fools, the greatest thing any of them could do to actually get into a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, their personal Savior. That's the greatest thing they could ever do. But they're so far away from that. They rely on themselves instead of the grace of God, which is why they have found themselves in all these issues and situations, which I find extremely humorous when they want to make posts and say, I'm just an agent of God. No, you're not. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Agents of God don't do what you do, and nor has God called you to do that. So for individuals such as MLS making libel simple, who was dodging his subpoena for his federal case that he has against him, finally the Oakland County Sheriff Department in Michigan called him on a cell phone. He answered, and once they got him on the cell phone and got him to actually answer, he finally agreed to meet with them. So he has officially been served. Now Deuce, on the other hand, continues to dodge to this very day. Still dodging.
Interesting.
And the interesting part is the constable has the authority. This isn't like a process server here in Florida. The constable in Massachusetts has the authority to actually arrest him. So here, a process server in Florida can't come up and arrest you and do all these things. He's literally dodging. He's an officer of the court dodging somebody who has the authority to arrest him. How stupid can you be? Wow.
So who's going to start the GoFundMe while he's in?
Well, they already did. I'm pretty sure.
Behind bars.
I'm pretty sure they already started it, didn't they? You want to hear something else funny?
Well, the last I heard is they started a fundraiser to pay the court reporter.
Oh yeah. Can you pay the court reporter?
There's another fundraiser to bail them out of jail.
At what point are these people going to run out of money? So here's the funniest thing. Okay, these fools can keep fundraising after fundraising after fundraising. People are going to run out of money. Here's the difference. Now, I'm not made of money by any stretch of the imagination, and nor do I typically ever spend money on myself, as you can tell. It's just something I don't do. It's not in my DNA. But what I will do is keep working even harder so I can generate more money. I will create another business so I can generate more money. So justice actually happens. These people have to grift and scam and fraud. I actually legitimately work. Big difference. You know, legitimacy. You can actually trust. There's credibility with me. What happens is what happens. Did we ever show the person that gave $100? Did we show the picture of the Hudsons with all the family?
Yes.
We did?
Yes.
I know we did it on a members only. I don't know if we actually did. So for example, when you give us...
I do remember you showing it on
I did it on a live? Okay.
Yes.
So somebody sent $100 for the Hudson sisters. We gave it to the Hudson sisters. They sent us a picture back. All the Hudson kids got together. They had a wonderful meal, and they said, tell that contributor thank you. And they do. They say thank you, and they use that for that meal. You always see what's happening when you give money from us, whether it's Christmas in the Creek, whether it's book bags in Egypt, whether it's the crazy things that we've been able to do, whether it's speedboats for kids at Camp Patmos on Kelly's Island.
We document everything and we share it with you guys.
And the difference in that is you can actually trust us versus individuals like a pile of guano who posts this week. I have never tried drugs. I have never, ever, capital ever. Isn't that interesting? George, please finish this quote for me by the person who said it. Okay. Finish this quote for me. Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have never seen me sober.
Are you asking me who said that?
Yeah. Who said that?
Guano?
Oh, that would be Pile of Guano. As a matter of fact, he also mentioned that he doesn't drink. He doesn't do any of that stuff. There's actually people in here.
At Half Meal Time to Grill, he was.
Boy, how many people... Jessica, just come up here for a second. Just come up here for a second.
And when he went to Jamaica, he called and you
oh
put
my
him
goodness,
on speaker, and I heard the whole conversation.
He was so high on mushrooms from Jamaica that he called telling me that the island was sinking.
And I heard the entire conversation.
Okay, I'm just curious. You ever seen Pile of Guano, drugs, ranking, anything? Lower. There you go. You ever witnessed any of that? Just curious.
Yes.
All right, Half Meal Time to Grill, almost 400 people witnessed it. As a matter of fact, there are people in this chat who will tell you the truth, what they know. There's a whole joke about him being high the entire time. That's why he always wears glasses. But he doesn't do it, right?
Well, one of the girls in the crowd
you saw it.
asked, why do you always wear glasses indoors?
Okay. All right. Appreciate it.
Can we talk about my pants, though?
Yeah, nice pants.
Marilyn's wearing the top half of those pants.
And Jessica's wearing the bottom half.
Jessica's got the bottom.
Okay. So I think it's important that you know who you can trust.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I need to go set up for whatnot. I got to set up. Is Jerry coming or no?
I don't have anything. Deanna just sent me something. Hold a second.
Okay. All right. I'll
wait.
guys
Hold a second.
Whatnot.
Don't go yet. And this is going to the. This is what I was just talking about.
Probably like 10 minutes ago.
Okay. This is from the flea market.
We have some turtle stepstones. They're super cute. And then in here we got some jewelry. And then we got some vanilla extracts. Look how cool.
All right. Deanna just sent this. I don't know what I'm looking at yet.
Look how pretty.
Maybe she can tell us in the chat. All right. You take it. Here, take it. I don't see Jerry texting yet. So what's important is, Deanna, whatever you wanted me to show, we'll figure it out later because George has got to go. What's important is you know who you can trust.
Oh, crap.
You know, what do you mean, oh crap? You're good. You're good. Go ahead. You got to know who you can trust, who you can't trust. If they lie to you about the smallest things, they're going to lie to you about the biggest things. For example, $4,000 just gone for Memorial. doesn't exist. By the way, it's never going to be on my property. And let me make this extremely clear. Everybody stay off my property unless I've given you verbal consent to be on my property. Stay off my property. All my property unless I have given you verbal consent. End of story. That's it. Make sure you know who you can trust. They keep lying to you about the smallest things, which automatically should make you go, they're lying to us about the biggest things. Missing money, fraudulent funds. When people are telling you, hey, if you give me $50 a month and you're going to see a video of Jeremy beating George, which does not exist. It is not real. That is a federal offense of fraud. When somebody is given $56,000 and they don't account for it, that is a federal offense of fraud. And the list goes on and on. What you can be sure of is that we're not going to fraud you. We're going to have an incredible auction here tonight on Whatnot. We're going to auction off our hoodies with tags. Whoops, tags over here. Tags. And we're going to give away $100 yet again tonight. So if you want to join us for an incredible, amazing auction, you can go ahead and click on the Whatnot link. It's in our pinned comment up top. We're going to have a ton of fun. We got a lot of jewelry. We got a lot of toys. Vintage toys. Did I say Star Wars? There's vintage Star Wars. Yeah, vintage Star Wars from the 70s, 80s. I feel like a radio station. 90s and today. And there's going to be a whole bunch of other things. G.I. Joe's. Bad Duck, thank you so much. Appreciate it. But can I spend the night in the pond? Bad Duck, you can spend the night anywhere you want as long as I give you verbal consent. Don't miss tomorrow's video. I'm telling you, it is a crazy good one. And now I'm going to jump over to a crazy good auction. Come on over. Let's all jump over there. We'll give you a free $15 if you've never made a purchase on Whatnot before. If you use our link, download it. It'll go right into your Whatnot wallet. That'll make sense on the app. And you can use it towards one of the items tonight. We got 150 plus items and we're giving away free money. You can't beat that. Stay weird, my friends. Stay weird.